Austin. How you doing?
Good, Mark. How are you?
Good. So when you were hurt, I'm sure as you know, Cash said they'd have to be playing for a long time for you to get back. So were you not hurt maybe as severely first thought, or were you incredibly quick healer, or did just the work you put in speed this up, or how did you get to this point where you're back this soon?
I think you can factor in several things. I mean, from the training staff to working with Joe and Mark Vinson and, getting a cortisone shot that I did the day after that I got injured, and the quick healing process, and also the hard work put into it to get back as soon as I can. I mean, definitely 2.5 weeks later, I don't think I would have said that I would be back by this point, but I'm fortunate to be able to feel good in every aspect right now. And, my body's 100%, so I'm ready to rock.
And just, I know we've talked, it wasn't the greatest season for you. There were a couple of ups and downs in there. How driven were you to get back, to have the chance to put a playoff quality, performance, playing the playoffs, finish on it?
Yeah. Obviously the short stint that I had, I think 30-something games during the regular season, obviously, it didn't really go as planned. I mean, I wanted to play a little bit more than that, but obviously starting the season with COVID and then getting hurt, just, things didn't stack up my way, but I'm just excited to be back, especially at this point in the postseason, to help contribute, and really finish on a strong note, just try to help the team win in each and every aspect. And I'm looking forward to kind of I guess you could say, a second startup for me for the season. So I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Austin, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Juan?
Where do you feel like kind of your timing is? And do you feel like you can go out and play the outfield for 9 innings? Like, where's that kind of at right now?
Yeah. I mean, I feel really good. I put in a lot of work the past couple of weeks, really, ever since, the first 2 or 3 days I was pretty sore after the injury in my side. But then after that, I was able to progress pretty quickly when it came to running and getting back into shape and swinging and stuff like that. So my body has been responding really well from all the workload that I put in. And over the past couple of days here, I've been getting live at bats and running the bases and doing everything I can to be prepared for this series.
And the last time you saw the first time you saw live pitching was the last workout of the Trop, or did you see live pitching sometime?
The first live pitching I saw that I actually swung against and actually had at bats was here the first work day that we had. And then the last day we were at the Trop, I stood in on some bullpens and just tracked and stuff like that.
Austin, I know you're coming off the bench today. Have they given you, not that you're going to tell us, but they've given you ideas as to where you might slot in, and how do you stay sharp and fresh in a game where you're coming off the bench since you normally would start?
Yeah, you just treat it like a normal day. I mean, you treat it like a normal start day. I think be ready to go from, inning one on. I mean, you never know what scenario could play out in the game. So like I said, you never know what could happen. So just being prepared for any situation, whether it's wherever it's at in the lineup or any scenario in the game. So I'm just going to be prepared, continue to get my work in before the game, and just treat it like a start day and be ready to rock.
Austin, I know you said a couple of minutes ago, it gets like a second season for you. Is there a mental aspect to that where you get to wipe away those regular season numbers and just get it rolling again, and new season, new chances?
Yeah, it's a clean slate. I mean, it's a clean slate for all of us, the postseason is obviously we're on a lot bigger stage, and things matter a little bit more. The little things matter a little bit more in the games, and obviously, I think you just have that mindset of going out there and trying to win, and that's what it comes down to. Obviously, it's not about stats, not about whatever. It's about doing the best you can to help your team win, and that's all that matters. So I'm looking forward to this clean slate and just try to stay healthy through this postseason and help the team in any way I can.
And you guys have seen Garrett Cole a lot over the last 2 years, whether it was this year regular season or the 2 starts last year in the playoffs. How much does that help prepare against a guy like that with that caliber?
Yeah, it does. I mean, we faced him a lot, a handful of times last year during the season as well as the postseason, and this year as well. So, it does definitely prepare us, and we know how he's going to attack us for the most part, and I think the guys are ready. So it's going to be fun to be a part of.
Hey, Austin, I think you said you were going to bring Alexis with you. I assume she came, and what's been the bubble situation, the hotel situation, and the weirdness factor?
It's been good. I mean, the resort's super nice, and I think the staff has done a really good job of, with the food and the activities and stuff like that to keep us out of, obviously to get out of the room and to do certain things. So, and to hang out with our teammates and stuff. So it's been a really, really fun time the past, 3 days. So, if we had to choose a bubble, I think this would be the spot. So it's a good spot for sure.
Not Juan's bubble. And have you crossed paths with the Yankees at all? Is that weird? Or I mean, a lot of guys have mentioned it's not ideal, but it's kind of part of 2020 baseball.
Yeah, it's definitely part of 2020 baseball. I've ran into some former teammates, Jordy Mercer. I've said hey to him and saw Matt Duffy today. So yeah, just a friendly conversation with those guys and just catch up a little bit. So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of who I've ran into, and I've seen other guys and, said what's up, just kind of a brief moment. And that's kind of how it's been for me.
Hey, Austin, I'm wondering if you have any thoughts on the little role reversal with the Rays and the Yankees. Aaron Boone joked about you guys being the 1 seed and they're now the underdog Yankees. Do you view it as such, or are you guys trying to maintain that underdog mentality that people came to know and love about the Rays?
Yeah, I think that we've definitely embraced that role. I mean, we know that we can compete with anybody. We can compete with any team out there, whether it's, the Yankees now or anybody else. I think we've shown that all year. So for us, we just try to go out there, and our main focus is, regardless of the opponent, just try to win games and find ways to win. And, I think that is a fair statement with being an underdog. And I think that we are prepared as much as well as we can. And we're just excited to get out there and play.